We're going to turn now to that historic election yesterday in Wisconsin. Republican Scott Walker became the first governor ever to survive a recall after a fierce battle that brought in big money from all across the country. It's your voice, your vote with ABC's John Karl. And John, this race got so much time and attention from both Democrats and Republicans because they know it could have a big impact on the presidential race.
That's right, George. In fact, this was seen as the most important race in the entire country this year besides the presidential campaign. And this gives Republicans a big win that has national implications.
In what many see as a dress rehearsal for November, Wisconsin Governor Scott Walker scored a decisive victory, turning him overnight into a Republican folk hero.
Tonight we tell Wisconsin, we tell our country, and we tell people all across the globe that voters really do want leaders who stand up and make the tough decisions.
Walker beat back a campaign to oust him as governor after the Republican Party and conservative groups poured tens of millions into the state.
Walker's success has clearly gotten under Barack Obama's skin.
This all began after Walker took on labor unions and faced massive protests, even a month-long occupation of the Capitol. After he slashed benefits for teachers and other government employees, denying their unions the right to negotiate. Anger about that prompted Democrats to force Tuesday's recall vote. But Walker's moves produced results. Last year's $3.6 billion deficit turned into this year's $90 million surplus, leading Republicans to call him a national role model and Democrats to warn a Walker victory would embolden Republicans everywhere.
If you don't show up and vote, we'll say, see, we got them now. We're finally going to break every union in America. We're going to break every government in America.
Democratic Party Chairwoman Debbie Wasserman Schultz said last week that the Wisconsin recall race would be a dry run for the presidential election in the fall. If that's the case, George, it is a bad sign for Democrats.
Well, it was a blow to the Democrats. You're right, John Karl. One bright spot the White House is pointing to this morning, though, they look at the exit poll of voters in Wisconsin showing that in that, President Obama would defeat Mitt Romney by 51-44. Now, that would be a win, but it's closer than it was back in 2008 with John McCain.
That's right. And look, this is a state that Obama just has to win. He won by 15 points in 2008. He just needs to win here. And right now, coming after what happened last night, Republicans are the party in this state that are energized. Republicans are the party here that have shown that they can win.
And that's right. And the president's campaign manager, Jim Messina, did point out now that is a toss-up state for the Democrats and Republicans.